Catnap's glad to be here, Christian, for what I believe, the record keepers might correct me, the first time I've called an Innergeekdom match.
I think it is the first time, and it is not the first time that we've had this in the last week because your partner, Rachel the Crusher Cushing, coming off a really big victory against Mike the Killer Kalinowski, making sure that she is now in the triple threat match between, we have like a little mini tournament going on here. Now you have Coy Jandrew, who's going to be playing Jason Inman. Right? Then we'll find out who's going to have that spot. But this match, at the beginning of last week's match, we saw there was a little scene that happened between Dagnino and Jay Washington. Now, Washington had walked up thinking that he was going to challenge Dagnino, and Dagnino was going to accept the match. But as Dagnino does, pulls a trick, gets his brand new Lions Den member, Robert Meyer Burnett, steps in, and now we have Robert Meyer Burnett versus Washington, the winner guaranteeing them spot into that triple threat match.
You know, I had Jay Washington recently on Inside Schmoedown, and this guy, not only does he talk a good game, I think he's prepared this time to really go out there and compete better than I think he did last time. He has high standards he's trying to meet for himself. Robert Meyer Burnett, this is kind of a new Robert Meyer Burnett. He's always been the loud, boisterous voice in the Schmoedown here, but now he is focused with some new allies.
Oh, there's a lot of story here because, like Washington, when he came to me originally, Innergeekdom was where he wanted to play.
Right.
So now he gets a shot to do it, and what a way to do it. What a win it would be to beat the former champion. But the former champion is determined. He was a little beaten down, so he says, being with the Four Horsemen. He does seem to have some new life now that he's joined the Lions Den. The Lions Den is just on a roll right now. They've got, I mean, look, and Draco and Burnett have just said they're going to be a team. They're going to be in the team tournament. Robert Meyer Burnett is also in the fatal five-way match to get himself into the singles. The Lions Den, say what you want about them, they make moves, and all of their players are in the forefront.
Look, I want to say a lot of words. You don't like them. I don't like them, but I respect them, and that's okay.
Fair enough, and there's going to be a lot of words because Jay Washington, 6 Degrees, the Misfits, they had a lot of words too, and here we go.
Well, look what we have here. The most beautiful looking people in the Schmoedown. We got the Lioness, we got the Champs, we got the Dream Crusher, and we got the Innergeekdom champion right here.
How pathetic Tom Dagnino is. Tommy boy, what is he thinking?
Well, Dagnino is obviously a little bitch.
Oh.
Because, okay, so I guess I was supposed to play him, and then now he's backed out of that. And
so he chickened out?
Yeah.
This guy, Jay Washington, challenges me out of the blue when he knows I got bigger fish to fry, like this, ousting this clown who's running the show. I'm going to get the coup d'etat on this guy. I already have a bunch of people writing for me now. This guy's toast. So Jay Washington wants me to, I have no time to face this guy. Why would I want to do that? Plus, I only play in spectaculars and stuff like that. He's a Tuesday match. I'm a December guy.
But now he's like setting up Robert to take Jay on, and I don't even know what that's about at all.
That's a joke.
Why is Robert even in this? Why isn't he back at a 5-way? He lost his belt. He lost to Navarro. He lost to Johns. He should actually just be out of this league altogether.
I think that Jay Washington, like I said, he's a cobblestone in the street that I put my foot on my way to Hector Navarro.
Here's the fact of the matter. Dagnino, I challenged you. You said you're getting mad. And then all of a sudden you throw in the man with the magical leather carpet coat, whatever that is. And so now you bring Burnett in this. Now I have to deal with the old man who wants to yell so much he'll probably have a goddamn stroke. I don't want to deal with this in Innergeekdom, okay? I know Innergeekdom. I don't know CPR. But the fact of the matter is this. Robert Meyer Burnett, you are now in my way, okay? You are now in our way. And you will be, at the end of this,
dismissed.
Bottom line, Jay, you're a loser.
So's Emma.
Look, there is a lot to be said here, man. I mean, these Washington and Dagnino do not like each other. Hate is a word that could be used. And then you hear Burnett, you see the Lions, then you see Grace, you see the reigning champions, you see Draco. There's just so many shots being thrown at Washington here, and then Washington throw it towards Dagnino. This is going to be something.
This is going to be something, Christian, and this Innergeekdom League, this not, it's kind of the thing that's been on the sideline. Let's face it, if we focus on singles and teams, this is where a lot of really intense competitors are.
Well, here we go. Ken, what is the tale of the tape?
Tale of the tape, Robert Meyer Burnett. His strengths are Star Trek, of course, loud jackets and louder monologues. Jay Washington, comic book movies, Back to the Future is one of his favorite categories, and of course, his mouth. It gets him into trouble, but it always gets him out of trouble. Phrasing, and I'm standing by.
There you go. Ken, this is going to be big. You ready to go?
Let's do it.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown! All right, here we go. 3 rounds in the Innergeekdom League. Introducing first, representing the Misfits, making his Innergeekdom debut, he is the Urban Gladiator, Jay Washington! Jay Washington getting a pop here from the crowd.
He's one of those guys.
Yeah. No one yet. Oh, wait a second. There he is. Oh, he's with 6 degrees, as we thought. 6 degrees taking the Urban Gladiator out with them. Yeah. He is ready to go here as, Ken, this is going to be something. I'm excited for this man. Wow, the Kitten Club.
Kitten Club is what he calls it. Jay Washington, a man of many words, but he means them all. And 6 degrees, they are stars in this league. This is a powerful faction, Christian, potentially.
It really is. Oh, look at that. See, 6 degrees giving their manager a...
It's beautiful.
I am jealous of 6 degrees there.
All right. And his opponent, representing the Lion's Den, with a record of 1 win, 2 defeats, he is the former Movie Trivia Schmoedown Innergeekdom champion, the Captain, Robert Meyer Burnett! Look at that. That's weird to see. That's weird to see.
It's a menagerie.
That is weird to see.
Egos.
Yeah. Burnett with the den.
Yeah.
Wow, look at Burnett screaming at Roca from the outside.
Very Ric Flair-like. This music, of course, makes me think of the Nature Boy, and that jacket of Robert Meyer Burnett is Nature Boy-like.
Wow. Isn't it strange to see Burnett walking out with a Lions?
The Kitten Club.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so there you go. The 2 competitors are on the table, ready to go. So we are now going to go into the rules of round number 1. It's going to work like this. There are going to be 12 categories. 12 categories in round number 1. You guys will get 1 point apiece for every one. Make sure that you show your answer to the camera. Do not show it to the audience. Do not show it to us. Show it to the camera and say it at the same time. 15 seconds to answer. Also remember the JTE rule, meaning that you can ask to repeat a question 3 times during the duration of the match. The challenge rule, if there's something that you don't like inside
you count
the
that
challenge,
high?
oh man, there you go.
Out of here.
Don't forget the challenge rule. Don't forget the challenge rule.
I don't even care about.
Doesn't matter. All right, so let me ask for Jay Washington. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, let's do this.
Robert Meyer Burnett, are you ready?
Hang on. Just a second. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, real nice. Well,
Hi, we hate the Kitten Club.
all right, you will be Jay Washington. I'm actually rooting for you this time around. All right, here we go. Round number 1. Here we go in the category of Marvel. Marvel. Who played Ben Grimm, aka The Thing, in Josh Trank's Fantastic Four? Yeah, see, they were looking right away. The answer. Yeah.
No matter what you talk, the game starts.
It does.
And it has to be on.
It does.
I didn't see it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. Robert Meyer Burnett.
Do not know.
Jay.
I blanked that movie out of my mind.
We're looking for Jamie Bell. Jamie Bell was the answer. Jamie Bell.
All right, guys. Question 2. Question 2. Category Lord of the Rings in the 2 Towers. What kind of vegetables does Sam wish he had to fix with the rabbits?
You like rabbits?
I've raised them, not eaten them.
Have you raised them?
I had
believe that about you.
I had pet rabbits.
You're a very nice person.
Not so much.
That's not true. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jay.
Carrots?
Incorrect.
Couple of conies.
Incorrect.
Potatoes.
Potatoes.
That's what he says. A couple of comments. Rabbits.
Here we go. Here we go. Next category is a category of Back to the Future. Back to the Future. What is Biff's grandson's name in 2015. It's his grandson's name.
Jay says this is one of his categories.
We'll
so
see what
this
happens.
is put up or shut
Sometimes
up
you got to be
situation.
careful when you say what's a category if you don't get it right.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Of course, this fictional 2015 in the movie now our reality.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Robert.
Don't know.
Jay.
Griff.
That's correct.
That's a point.
Jay
Finally.
Washington striking first here. Jay
Goose
Washington
eggs.
striking first. 1-0 here for Jay Washington.
Just slow start.
All right,
All right.
guys. Question 4 to the category is Star Wars. Who played Amidala's handmaiden Dorme in Attack of the Clones?
Attack of the Clones. Very interesting. That movie is not good.
It has
Second
some,
one? Not good. Never.
It's got some themes. I mean,
5,
I am a prequel.
4. Yeah, it doesn't mean you have to like the movie. It's not very good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Jay.
Couldn't think.
Sorry, Robert.
Keira Knightley.
Correct.
Correct.
Rose Byrne. Rose Byrne.
Wow, this is a tough one here. Very tough. 1-0 here as we get to the next category. Question 5, DC movies. DC movies. What's the name that Liam Neeson uses when he first introduces himself to Bruce in Batman Begins? These are some cut-deep questions here by Chris Galiski.
This is like a pitcher's duel right now.
It is.
And this is not something I expect. with
Right
these
now, it
two
looks like
guys.
round 2 is going to be the one that really.
Right.
5,
A lot of struggling going on
4,
over there.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Jay.
Didn't get it.
Robert.
Me neither.
Looking for
Ducard.
Ducard. Henry Ducard.
Wow.
Ducard.
Oh, right.
All right, there you go.
All right, guys. Question 6, category MCU. MCU. In Iron Man 2, where does Tony go to cure his hangover after his birthday brawl with Rhodey?
And
Have you ever fought on your birthday?
fought?
Yeah.
What kind? Fist fight?
Yeah, any kind. You know.
Yeah, I'm sure I've
Seem-
gotten
you seem
verbal.
like- oh, okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And Robert Meyer Burnett.
Donut shop.
We'll take Donut
Take
Shop.
it.
Jay.
Donut shop.
All right,
All
there
right.
you go. All right, so you go. We got 2-1 there. Jay Washington taking the 1-point lead in a barn burner. All right. Category of The Hobbit. The Hobbit. Including Thorin. How many dwarves were in Thorin's company? Man,
That'd be a good sitcom. Thorin's Company.
Thorin's company?
Yeah. Good little.
Or something else? You see where I'm going?
Yeah. Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jay Washington.
6.
Incorrect. Robert.
13.
That's
correct.
correct.
Tie game.
Robert Meyer Burnett hitting the big point there here. Needed that.
All right.
All right, next category.
Question 8, category Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Who played Lucius Malfoy in the Harry Potter series?
Oh, someone's groaning.
The captain of the Discovery.
No talking.
Is he asking us? Is
I
it
don't know.
a rhetorical question? Is
5,
he showing his math? What is he?
4,
Yes, I'm showing my math.
3, 2, 1. Robert Meyer Burnett.
The captain of the Starship Discovery. His name
Did
is.
you write it? You didn't write it. Jay Washington.
Didn't get it.
All right, look.
Jason Isaacs.
Wow,
Jason
crowd
Isaacs.
going nuts here. All right, here we go.
I will fight all of you.
Next category here. Next category.
What's his name?
Jason Isaac.
Jason Isaacs.
Next
He is
category.
the captain of the Discovery, by the way.
All right, next category is Star Trek. Star Trek. What is the name of the third Star Trek film to star the cast of Star Trek: The Next Generation?
Oh, shit.
This is a tough one.
Do you think, like in Star Trek 4, they could go back in time to start this game over?
You know, I'm not gonna give them any
Yeah.
shit on. These are some
Yeah.
hard questions.
They are hard.
These are hard
You
questions.
got to know your geek stuff here.
5, 4, 3,
I don't think so.
2, 1. Jay Washington.
Generations?
Incorrect. Robert.
Insurrection.
That's
correct.
correct. Robert Meyer Burnett
One lead.
taking the lead here. 3-2. Lions Den getting up here by 1 point.
All
I'm
right,
old.
Guys, question 10, the category Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade. The Sultan of Hatay gives the Nazis full access to his equipment and vehicles in exchange for what kind of car?
These are some tough, cut deep questions. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Robert Meyer Burnett.
A Mercedes?
Incorrect. Jay.
Mercedes.
Incorrect.
Rolls Royce.
Rolls Royce.
He even likes the color.
Damn.
All right, 2 more questions here. 2 more questions here. All
I
right.
know. It's like it's a German,
German car.
Yeah.
Rolls
In the
Royce is
category
not a
of
German car.
James Bond. James Bond films. What was Roger Moore's first film as James Bond? What was his first film? Burnett's looking to take a little bit of a lead here. Jay's at least looking to get one. We got to get one more point here.
Who do you think would make a better Bond? Ben Bateman or Andrew Guy?
Guy.
Okay.
Sorry, Ben. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Jay Washington.
Live and let die.
That's correct.
That's correct. Robert.
Live and let die.
One more, and it
There's the
keeps it
lead.
up. Burnett.
When I was young and my heart was an open book,
There we go. So
I used to
Burnett.
say live and let live.
So is that
You know I did, you know I did, you know I did.
4-3.
4-3. Final question in round 1. Gentlemen, your 12th question. Category is DCEU. In Suicide Squad, what does Harley Quinn steal from the store window?
Washington seems to know it. He's trying to tie it up here. Burnett needs to stay ahead to get into that second round. Started off slow, but at least they're coming back towards the end
Coming
here.
back to life.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Robert Meyer Burnett.
Her jacket?
That's incorrect.
Jay.
Purse or handbag.
That's
correct.
Tie game here.
Tie game.
Washington
Wow.
ties it up as we now go into round number 2. That was a very tough first round. The former champion had a big struggle. Jay Washington
Who
also
gonna
did.
challenge first?
Yeah, I'll
now-
tell you.
Yeah.
Because it has 2 different names, okay?
If they were Major League Baseball players, their batting average would be high, but that is a tough
Starting
first round
slow,
they need to
but
recover.
it's picking up steam.
We're getting there.
All right, so round number 2, the wheel is going to come out. The contestants are going to spin. If it lands on something they do not like on their first time, they can spin again, unless, of course, it lands on opponent's choice. 5 questions, each worth 2 points apiece. If you don't like, if you want to go to multiple choice, you can, but then it will be worth 1 point apiece. You can steal from your opponent in this round. Robert Meyer Burnett, you are the former champion. You have the option of going first or second. What do you want to do?
I'll go second.
All right, Jay Washington, give it a good spin.
I would expect nothing less there, Christian, of a big spin from Jay.
It's big, big. And it's going to go on. Lord of the
Rings.
Rings. Lord of the Rings.
of the
What is he
Rings.
going to do? Is he going to stay or
Spin it
go?
again.
He's going to spin
He's
it
gonna
again.
spin again.
Again.
He's going to hope that it doesn't get. He's trying to stay away from now from Lord of the Rings, Star Trek, or Opponent's Choice.
Yeah.
Doesn't want any one of those. Robert Meyer Burnett playing some head games here. And it's going to go. Oh.
Stop, stop, stop!
Spinner's
Choice.
choice.
Big win.
Spinner's
Big
choice.
spin.
Big
Big spin.
for Jay Washington. What are you going to take, Jay?
MCU.
The MCU.
MCU.
All right, 5 questions in the MCU. All right, here we go. Jay Washington, 5 questions in the MCU. In Guardians of the Galaxy, how many units is the collector offering Amora's buyer for the orb?
I want to say the exact number.
That's
I
what we're
want to say
looking
the exact number. Multiple choice.
for. Is it A, 4 million units, B, 1 million units, C, 4 billion units, D, 40 million units?
D, 40 million.
That's incorrect.
Correct.
For the steal.
Could you please say the answers again?
Yeah. A, 4 million units, B, 1 million units, C, 4 billion units, D, 40 million units.
1.
Incorrect. 4 billion was what we were looking for. 4 billion. All right. Next question in MCU. In Doctor Strange, what does the Ancient One call Caecilius and his group?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Zealots, B, Inhumans, C, Sectarians, D, Separatists?
Sectors.
It's incorrect.
Zealots.
Correct for 1 point.
1 point.
Bob Meyer Burnett with the
I wanna
steal
say
there.
Zealots.
Here we go. Question 3. In Ant-Man, what is the name of Scott's main ant partner?
Anthony.
Correct for 2 points. Jay Washington taking the lead there. 6-5. 2 questions left. Before becoming Falcon, what was Sam Wilson's primary function in the military?
Pararescue.
That's correct. 2 more points, Jay Washington. Final question here, Jay. Final question. In Iron Man 3, what food did the Mandarin describe as leaving as bad taste in the mouth?
Fortune cookies.
Correct for 2 points. Jay Washington came back
All right.
here 10-5. That's a big second round as he started off slow, and now the former champion will spin. He's looking for that Star Trek.
Opponent's choice.
Looking
Opponent's
for Star
choice.
Trek.
Opponent's choice. Opponent's choice.
Spin is in here, Christian. Spin is in.
Opponent's choice.
DCEU. DCEU. DCEU.
I will take that.
Going to take the DCEU.
Okay.
All right.
Great. All right, you're going to get 5 questions, Robert. First one in Batman v Superman. What do Bruce and Diana look at when they run into each other at the museum?
Multiple choice.
A tablet. B, a sword. C,
Sword.
That's correct. 1 point.
1 point.
I thought it was going to be a specific name. It's the sort of something. I didn't know what it was.
By what nickname do the British refer to the scientist that creates chemical weapons for the Germans in Wonder Woman?
Multiple choice.
A, Dr. Gas. B, Dr. Poison. C, Dr. Terror. D, Miss Poison.
Dr. Poison.
That's correct for a point.
1 point there. Okay, Burnett's creeping in there, creeping in.
Question 3. Listen closely. In the flashbacks from Man of Steel, we saw one of Clark's classmates bullying him until Clark saved him from the bus accident. In the present day, we saw that same classmate as an adult. What family restaurant chain did he work at?
Multiple choice.
I'm just glad you didn't ask to repeat the question. A, Shoney's. B, Village Inn. C, IHOP. D, Applebee's.
IHOP.
That's correct for a
1
point.
point. Still fighting back.
Plugging
Still
away.
fighting back.
Fourth question. In Suicide Squad, what kind of plush toy does Captain Boomerang keep in his coat?
Multiple choice.
A, a yellow teddy bear. B, a red dragon. C, a blue turtle. D, a pink unicorn.
A blue turtle.
Incorrect.
A pink unicorn.
One
Correct
steal
for
there
steal.
with Jay Washington. That's big. Last question here for Last question for Robert Meyer Burnett.
Your fifth and final, Robert. In Batman v Superman, what is the name of the theory that Lex Luthor has for enhancing people on Earth?
Multiple choice.
A, the Providence theory. B, the Inhuman theory. C, the Metahuman theory. D, the Ultimates theory.
The metahuman theory.
That's correct.
All
for a
right,
point.
11-9. Tough fight there here. So at the end of round number 2, Jay Washington now with a 2-point lead over Robert Meyer Burnett. The crowd is starting to stand as the third round comes to a head.
Yeah, this is a former champion here, but this shows the level of competition like talked at the top of the show, Christian.
These questions have been very difficult
You
here.
have to
the
be a
former
geek.
champ has been struggling, but maybe he could have a turnaround here in round number 3. And round number 3 works like this. The competitors will have to choose 3 numbers between 1 and 18. First one's worth 2, second one worth 3, final is worth 5 points. 5 points. So, Robert Meyer Burnett and Jay Washington. Jay, you are now in the lead. Please pick 3 numbers from 1 to 18.
6,
6,
3,
3,
14.
14. All right, Robert Meyer Burnett,
2, 8, and 17.
2, 8, and 17. All right, here we go. Robert, in order to tie up the game here, then you are going to go to category number 2 for your 2-pointer, and that is the category of heroes. Heroes. What is the name of Indiana Jones' sidekick in Temple of Doom?
Short round.
2 points. 2 points.
Tie game.
Tie game here. Back to Jay Washington now. Jay Washington, who chose category number 6.
All right. Category, you chose number 6. Category is Who Said It? Who said it? Give me the name of the character. Who said, "From here you will witness the final destruction of the Alliance"?
Five, 4, 3.
Khan.
It's incorrect. Looking for Emperor Sheev Palpatine.
All right, so now Robert Meyer Burnett will get a chance to take the lead here, take the lead with his 3-pointer in the world of DC. DC movies. Robert, who played Dr. Manhattan in the film Watchmen?
I'm a Golden God. Hang on. Billy Crudup.
Correct. 3 points. Robert Meyer Burnett has taken the lead here. Jay Washington now will have a chance to tie it with category number 3, Ken.
Yes, you chose, like I said, number 3. That is James Bond films. James Bond. 3-point question. In the James Bond films, what does the character's title of Q stand for?
5, 4.
Repeat the question.
In the James Bond films, what does the character's title of Q stand for?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Quipmaster?
No, quartermaster's the right
All
answer.
right, so
Quartermaster.
comes down here. Jay Washington will get a 5-pointer. If he misses it, Robert Meyer Burnett will win the game. If he hits it, it will go back to Robert Meyer Burnett, who will be forced to answer his 5-pointer. Ken, Jay chose category 14.
14, D, C, E, U. 5-point question. In Suicide Squad, what was written on Harley Quinn's bat?
Good night.
That's correct.
Oh, that is it. Look at that. All right.
Look at that.
All right, here we go. So, Robert Meyer Burnett, you chose category number 17. 17. That would be the category of scores and soundtracks. Scores and soundtracks. All right. Robert, who scored The Amazing Spider-Man? Five.
Henry Gregson Williams.
And your winner, ladies and gentlemen, the Urban Gladiator, Jay Washington! Wow. The answer was James Horner.
The late, great James
was
Horner.
the answer. The late, great James Horner was the answer. The handshake there, the Lions' Den being defeated now by the Misfits. My goodness. Robert Meyer Burnett is not in the fatal 5-way. Now it is Rachel Cushing and Jay Washington waiting for that winner of Inman and Jandra.
I mean, Robert Meyer Burnett knows this stuff.
I said it, James Horner. James Horner.
Robert Meyer Burnett knows his stuff. He's a former champion for a reason, Christian, but this shows the level of competition in the Innergeekdom has stepped up. You have to be on the top of the game. Both these guys were today, but Jay comes out on top, and new faces going to new places.
All right, so there you go. And we are going to now talk to Emma Fife and Grace Hancock, who I'm sure we're going to have some conversations back there.
What is up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? We are here with Jay Washington, who won today's Innergeekdom match. Who knew, Jay?
I knew. We knew. What did you expect? You thought this was a game?
No.
You thought it was a joke?
I didn't.
When you put up loser behavior against greatness, we come out victorious, and it is glorious. There is nothing else to say. Now Robert Meyer Burnett can go back to the nursing home where they drug him out of and let him sit and watch Cocoon all day, and he can add that to his Innergeekdom category knowledge.
I mean, listen, I'm not going to argue with you that I am very delighted that the Lions' Den was defeated. They
Kitten Club.
Are my
Kitten Club.
Kitten Club. Are my mortal enemies, but Robert Meyer Burnett played a good game. I feel like you're completely discounting him. I mean, he's despicable for sure, but he does know his stuff.
He knows his stuff, as a lot of other people know their stuff, but this isn't you know it. It's does it count at this point, at that moment, and it didn't. He missed out, and guess what? He has an L next to his name, like Dagnino, and soon the Patriots, and even Grace Hancock, and then Draco, and anybody associated with the Kittens Club. I can keep going on and on down this list.
I gotta say, I kind of like the way you talk there, Jay Washington. Now, going forward, you are going to be in the triple threat match.
Yes.
Rachel Cushing is going to be one of the competitors. Who are you hoping to face of Coy Jandreau or Jason Inman?
I would like Jason Inman because he wants this Trek thing to happen. He wants to be Trekkie all the way through. Well, Trek will only get him so far. So I would like Jason Inman in it. And also with Rachel Cushing, I just want to see her in action up close and personal because there may be a spot in the Misfits. You never know.
I see. How do you guys feel about Jay's victory here today and his proposal that Rachel should join whatever is happening here?
I mean, it's not surprising. Like I said in the pre-interview, why is Robert even in this match? I mean, he had a lot of repeats that he needed.
Yeah, I want to know who didn't tell that big loser to turn up his hearing aid because he couldn't hear a thing today. It was ridiculous.
I think he's been hanging out with JTE too much, you know. It just kind of rubs off on him.
That's why they have that rule now. He had to repeat the multiple choice numerous times. Look, I get it. The Schmoedown is open for all competitors, but this is not AARP. This is not Medicare. We cannot take care of the elderly. Sometimes you just have to put an old lion out to pasture and shoot him.
Okay, well, congratulations, Jay Washington. We look forward to seeing more great things from you here in the Innergeekdom League.
Just so you know, now Robert Meyer Burnett has been
dismissed.
And I guess we'll be back here in just a moment with someone who is just as despicable as the rest of the Lion's Den, Grace Hancock.
Oh, Emma, your adorable little bubblegum life is so, so sad. Anyway, guys, I'm Grace Hancock. Here we are. And, you know, by the way, your teeth, they're so pearly white today.
Oh, I've been using this stuff. I appreciate that. I appreciate
You're
it.
very
Thanks for
welcome.
noticing.
All right, and here we are with
Somebody's
our
got
newest
some class
member,
here.
R&B. All right, sir.
I'm sorry, you guys.
Don't
You
be
too,
sorry.
Grace.
You know what? I'm chalking this up to rust. It's been a long time since you've played. You got thrown into this. You know, we're so hated. It's a lot. It's a lot going on. Like, how are you feeling right now, my friend?
Well, I feel like, I let down my new teammates, obviously.
No.
I think what it comes down to is this. I think I've been yelling too much. I think I've been screaming a little too much. I think I need to go back to plotting.
I love this.
And going back to the nursing home I crawled out of, which, by the way, has a giant supercomputer that really runs the entire internet. That's because I was older and I made good investments when I was young. But I think...
I'll do the yelling for Robert Meyer Burnett, okay? The questions today were ridiculous. The 5-point question that Jay Washington got, absurd. Who's rigging this shit?
I agree.
It was a very easy question.
You know who does.
But I think, I've lost 3 singles matches in a row, and they stripped the 3 victories I had on teams from me. I had them taken away.
That's complete bullshit, by the way.
So I'm basically back at 0 as it comes down to the Schmoedown.
All right, R&B. So round 2. Let's talk about that. What was your downfall there?
Well, I'll tell you, I thought, like, when they asked me what were Bruce and Diana looking at,
Right.
I was like, it's a sword, but it's probably the sword of something. And
I thought it was a more specific answer.
I
you were
was like,
looking for.
yes. And I'm like, I could have just
Interesting.
said sword, and I figured I was going to be safe. I was down. I figured
Sure.
multiple choice would get me back up. I wanted to be safe. I tried to play a safe game.
I got another theory. Hold on.
Go ahead.
The way I see it, Jay Washington is kind of like radiation. If you're exposed to him, if you're too close, you're going to start to suck. You're going to die. Your knowledge is going to be sucked from your brain. Because he's so bad, he can't help but infect everybody around him. And I don't blame you for getting that Amazing Spider-Man wrong, because that's a crap movie. I'm glad you got it wrong. If you got it right, I might have been like, we might need to lose this guy. Why is he watching this shit movie? No, I'm keeping you because of that you did it.
Well, I
Well,
appreciate
he's
that,
infecting
JT.
everybody with that
That's-
spit he has.
Well, yeah, I was getting wet all the whole time.
Yeah, I know.
I was just...
And not in a good way.
No, of course not. Look, it was actually my fault. I should have came in for the spinner's choice. That DC is not in your... It
is, though. I'm on Heroes. I should know these answers. I should know them.
But your strength is Star Trek.
It is. I should have gone for this. You know what? The
Go
last
for the
time
big
I
one.
spun twice.
Go for the big one.
I got destroyed against Jeremy Johns because he got. I landed on spinner's choice.
Absolutely.
I was
Well,
scared.
so did Jay Washington. He got lucky. Jay Washington got lucky.
I was scared.
But look, the singles are out of the way. We're going to focus on the new team here.
Right.
You and Andrejko.
This man and I will be unstoppable. I am unstoppable as part of a team. I was fired from a team. A 3-1. We are in contention for a title belt, and Shemp took me out.
Shemp's a numbskull.
And every question you got wrong today, I would have gotten right. And every question you got right, I would have gotten wrong.
You guys
So-
are a dream team.
We will be
within
unstoppable.
the dream
Peanut butter and
team.
chocolate. We're the
Chocolate and peanut butter.
of the Schmoedown.
Today was about growing pains, and JT and I, Tom here, we have a lot of faith in R&B. He's going to rebound off this with the help of Mr. Andrejko.
Absolutely. We're going to learn his skills, and we're all going to come together and be a winning team like we always are. So,
I mean, yeah. Nobody else is expecting anything but great things from you in the future. You did not let us down. We are happy to have a new team member, and we are only going to grow from this and continue to kick some major lame ass, you losers.
And I just need to say one thing that I'm very, very upset about. I'm out of contention for Innergeekdom. But that does not mean that I am not going to come for Hector Navarro. Hector Navarro, one day, it might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but one day, Hector Navarro will feel my wrath.
Look at Jay Washington, how happy he was there.
Yeah,
and
well earned.
You've got Jay Washington, 6 Degrees, elated right now as they're coming off of that big victory. And now you have 6 Degrees obviously talking about how they're going to now be playing in the tournament, and they have that match coming up against DC. They're riding high right now because that's a big match that's coming up right around the corner. Jay Washington now riding high. That's his first victory here in the Schmoedown. Robert Meyer Burnett is crushed. But the Lions Den, I got to give him credit for it. I mean, I would have predicted you that the Lions Den was going to dump him right there. They didn't do that. Yep. And Draco basically was pumping him up, telling him they're going to get him in the teams is going to happen. And they were blaming me, and Dagnino is a moron, so he was calling after me. So, but that doesn't matter. Tom will always blame me for everything that he does and all the failures in his life.
Yeah, including most trips to jail. But I tell you, that first round was tough, and maybe that's where the game was won and lost, Christian.
I think Robert Meyer Burnett's a little rattled right now. I think he's been a little rattled since he lost the belt, to be honest with you. I don't think we haven't seen that player that we saw in the Spectacular in quite a while. Maybe a guy like Andraco is going to elevate him. Maybe the teams is where Robert Meyer Burnett is supposed to be, because he was very good in the team with Heroes. He was 3-1. He was the dominant player in that. So maybe Innergeekdom's just not his place anymore.
Maybe it is, and maybe it's time for a change. I would not write off him and Andraco at all.
All right, guys, so make sure that you comment, go over to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook page. Go ahead and leave your comments there. What'd you think about the match here? Comment, share. Very important. Right around the corner, not only is the Ultimate Schmoedown team, 16 teams, the winner playing in the Schmoedown Spectacular, the Patriots defending their titles very soon here against Team MODOK, formerly known as Rotten Tomatoes. They are going, Gray Drake and Matt Atchity going for the straps. Ken, something else here today.
This was an important match, setting the tone and really setting the playing field here in Innergeekdom.
Thank you guys very much. And now here's Josh McCouga and that little skunk, Cody Hall.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? Josh McCouga here with your fantasy update. Cody Hall still apparently dead. Dead on arrival, dead as a doornail. He's more dead than the, I don't know, give me a franchise out there that's dead. Give me somebody yell something.
Like the Friday the 13th franchise. Hey, buddy.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Good.
So Cody's dead.
Yeah.
And a lot of Twitter has been asking, would you like to be the new Cody?
Nobody's been asking that.
Oh.
Nobody wants.
Okay, well, how about this? This is an Innergeekdom match.
Yeah.
I'll use a little bit of magic, and I'll turn you into Cody.
You can do that. Let's do it.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Alakazoo, Alakazam, Daniel Day-Lewis, and Rachel Weisz. Cody, you're back! Hey! What's up, man? Look, who's back? It's Cody!
I have seen some shit. I have been to the other side of the world.
Are you okay?
So many demons, so many monsters out there. Kids.
Do you know what you missed in the meantime?
No, do you have a fantasy rundown?
You have missed a bloodbath, Cody. A Innergeekdom
bloodbath
of Robert Meyer Burnett versus Jay Washington. One of the weakest first rounds we've ever seen.
Oh,
one of the weaker second rounds we've ever seen. One of the lowest scoring rounds in the history of the Innergeekdom.
Why did I even come back?
I don't know. But you know what you should do?
What should I do?
You should go out there and spread the word of what is on the Upside Down. Because we all know that those kids in Stranger Things aren't saying shit about it. So you need to go back to the Upside Down. No, you stay here.
I don't want to go back.
Tell everybody what the Upside Down is like.
I'm going to start
so
puking
it doesn't
some
happen
slugs.
again. All right, get out of here. Josh McCouga here with your fantasy update. You heard what I said. Robert Meyer Burnett, Jay Washington, great guys, good people, loud, great personalities. Not the best Movie Trivia Schmoedown trivia people if you're looking for fantasy points. Now listen, they're entertainers, okay? And they do a heck of a job, and they try really, really hard. Problem is, both of them have very, very specific knowledge in a very, very specific league. That is really putting your profile in what financial investors call not having a diverse portfolio. That is Robert Meyer Burnett, and that is Jay Washington. Again, I apologize to both of them. They seem like really great guys. Really seem to have gotten to know them well. But if you have them in your fantasy league, I would try and drop them or maybe steal a guy from somebody else. Like, hey, it's Robert Meyer Burnett. He's going to compete a bunch. He may score you points. He may not score a lot. Or, hey, it's Jay Washington. He always walks out with 6 degrees. Seems like he works out 48 times a week. Maybe he's a good person to pick up or trade for. If you want to know more about the fantasy, go to schmoedown.com. Also, check out the Schmoedown blog. Some professional sports writers writing about us idiots over on their site. Heck of a guy. Heck of a guy. I don't know where this is going. See you next time on the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Hey guys, if you like this video, click the thumbs up button. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It'll help you stay up to date with everything we've got going on here at Collider.